Jain students, you are welcome again. Now let us proceed with the story and study the remaining part of the story. And let me share first with you the story on your screen, and then we will see that from where we have to study today. Now, say student, I think that this much we had studied earlier. I found that front page scenes in the public library files, and it was printed June 11, 1894. And then when he went to the newspaper boy that was selling, and it was the world newspaper there, when he looked at it, then he was confirmed that it was the lead story in the newspaper was about President Cleveland, and which was published in June 11, 1894. Means that he was confirmed that he was in the past days in he had traveled from present from his contemporary 20th century to the 19th century in the year 1894. And now let us see that what happened then after that. So I turned toward the ticket windows, knowing that here on the third level at Grand Central I could buy tickets that would take Louisa and me anywhere in the United States. And then he went towards the ticket windows, and because that he knew that there on the third level at Grand Central he could buy tickets that would take Louisa and Charlie, the narrator, anywhere in the United States we wanted to go. Means he was confirmed that he can purchase now the tickets from the ticket windows, and he can travel anywhere in the United States of the time in the year 1894. And in the year 1894, and I wanted 2 tickets to Galesburg, Illinois, and he wanted to visit Galesburg, Illinois, and he wanted to buy 2 tickets for that, one for himself and another for Louisa. That means that he was caring husband, that the Charlie was not taking care of himself, rather he was also taking care of his wife Louisa as well. And have you ever been there? It's a wonderful town still, with big old frame houses, huge lawns, and tremendous trees whose branches meet overhead and roof the streets. Means that is the beauty of the place in 1894. He said that, he asked that, have you ever been there? Have you ever gone there to Galesburg, Illinois in 1894? It is a wonderful town still. Means Galesburg is a wonderful town still. And why it's a beautiful place? Because it had big old frame houses. Means still the houses were not multi-story the fancy houses, rather that big old frame houses, and huge lawns, still that there is a lot of space, huge lawns are there, and tremendous trees, and so many beautiful trees are there whose branches meet overhead, whose branches are hanging and meet overhead, and it comes up to the roof in the streets. And in 1894, summer evenings were twice as long and people sat out on their lawns. What is the beauty of the place? Further, he describes that in 1894, that he compares then what was the difference between the 20th century, the contemporary time which that he belongs, because that Charlie belonged to the 20th century, and now that he is describing the surrounding atmosphere of the 1894, about the time, about the place, about the beauty, about the living standard, about the uh, place. So he says that, and in 1894 the summer evenings were twice as long. At that time, means almost a century back, in 1894, the summer evenings were almost double than the contemporary world of 20th century. And people sat out on their lawns because people had a lot of time. They were quite fresh, they were quite relaxed, they had a lot of time. So that's why he says that people sat out on their lawns, and the men smoking cigars and talking quietly, and people have a lot of time. They spend they spend time on their lawns, and men smoking cigars, and they were quite relaxed, quite peaceful, they talk peacefully. The women waving palm leaf fans, and they were very close to the nature, because the women at that time, they did not have that electronic items, electronic fans, electric fans rather. That women waving palm leaves, women had palm leaves which were the made of the palm leaves. They were waving those fans, and with the fireflies all around, and that whole area was surrounded with the fireflies, means they were completely, you know in the nature. They were very close to the, they were spending their time in natural surrounding, in a peaceful world. And the world of 1894 was very relaxed and very peaceful world. And to be back there with the First World War still 20 years off, now that he counted that still the First World War was 20 years to go, and World War Second over 40 years in future. Still that World War First and World War Second had not arrived. I wanted 2 tickets for that, and then that he said that he wanted to buy 2 tickets for Galesburg, Illinois, of 1894. Means he was fascinated by the natural surrounding and beauty and peaceful, wonderful atmosphere of the Galesburg of 1894, that Charlie, the narrator, wanted to purchase 2 tickets for Galesburg, Illinois, and wanted to spend his time without stress in a peaceful surrounding, in a peaceful atmosphere. Now let us see that what else he experienced. The clerk figured the fare. He glanced at my fancy headband, but he figured the fare. And now when Charlie says that when he went over the window, ticket window, to buy 2 tickets for Galesburg, Illinois, when he asked for the fare of the ticket, the clerk figured the fare. The clerk told him the fare, and he glanced at my fancy headband, and he was looking curiously towards the narrator. And he looked at his headband. It was a fancy headband. It was not like derby hat. He was wearing a hat which had a that fancy headband. But he figured the fare. Even then, he told him the fare, and I had enough for two coach tickets one way. And he had at that time, the narrator says that he had at that time the enough money for buying two tickets one way. But when I counted out the money and looked up, the clerk was staring at me. But he says that when he started counting his money and looked up, then uh, he was surprised to see that the clerk was staring at me. Clerk was looking at his face, and he nodded at the bills. To see the bills means the currency notes. He nodded. That aren't money, mister. And he told that that is not the money. Means the money, the contemporary money of 20th century which Charlie had, it was not running at that time, means there in 1894. That's why the clerk told that that is not the money, that currency does not exist there. He said, and if you are trying to skin me, trying to skin me means trying to deceive me, trying to cheat me. He said that, and if you are trying to deceive me, you won't get very far. You will not be able to run away from here. If you are trying to cheat me, you will not be, by giving that fake money, you will not be able to run away from here. You will be arrested and sent to jail. And he glanced at the cash drawer beside him. Then the narrator Charlie looked at the cash drawer which was beside the clerk, and of course the money was old style bills, and that was the old style currency notes, bills, half again as big as money we use nowadays. And those money, that old money, was uh, half bigger than the current money which they had been using in modern world. And means that that money, that uh, money which was existed, it was quite different from the current money of modern days which uh, Charlie the narrator had at that time, and different looking, and it was half again as big as the money he had, and it was also different style money, means different money, different looking money. So I turned away and got out fast, and then narrator said that he immediately uh, turned away from there and came out uh, fastly, because there is nothing nice about jail even in 1894. Since 1894 was a very relaxed, very comfortable time, even then the Charlie says that there was nothing nice about the jail. Means if he could be arrested, he will have to spend time in the jail. So jail was not good in any ways, even in 1894. Now, so let us see that what happened next. And that was that, and that was all, he said. And he left the same way I came, and then that he returned from the same way as he reached there at the third level. I suppose, means he guessed that he had returned from the same way as he had went there. He had gone there. So next day during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bank, nearly all we had and bought old style currency. Means he was so much, that chanted, he was so much, attracted by the place, that the next day, that during the lunch hour, he went to the bank and drew and uh, mm, he took out $300, almost all the money which he had in the bank, and bought old style currency, and from those $300 he bought old style currency. And that really worried my psychiatrist friend, and when later on he told to his friend about that, about the money uh, that which he had exchanged, it really worried his psychiatrist friend, means Sam. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. At that time, that anyone could have bought the old currency at almost in any coin dealers, from any coin dealers, but only he had to pay a little more. Then my $300 bought less than 200 in old style bills, and he purchased $200 old currency, old uh, currency out of his $300. But I did not care. Eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. But he was not worried about that he had got the less money, because that he thought that eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894, because eggs were cheaper there at in Galesburg, Illinois in 1894. And but I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. And further, Charlie the narrator said that he never again found the corridor that leads to the third level, means he, from which corridor he had reached to the third level. Then after exchanging his money, purchasing that old currency, that he had searched a lot at the Grand Central Station for the third level, but he was not able to get the same corridor by which he could reach to the third level. That also, that the great suspicion that it was the product of his mind, only it was a means to escape from the modern world to the uh, mm, old world of 1894. Louisa was pretty worried when I told her all this, and then the narrator said that his wife Louisa was very much worried when he told about all this, means about the third level, and mm, means he told the story what happened in the third level, and did not want me to look for the third level anymore. And Louisa, his wife, stopped him to look for the third level, because she was so much worried about him, and she did not want that he should search anymore for the third level. And after a while I stopped, and after some time that Charlie agreed with his with her idea, and he stopped looking for the third level. I went back to my stamps, and then that he went back to his stamp collections. He started doing his stamp collections. But now we were both looking every weekend, because now we have proof that the third level is still there. But after some time, once again they started looking for the third level, in every weekend. Why? Because that now we have proof now that he said that they say that they had the complete concrete proof that the third level is still there, third level is still existing there. My friend Sam Weiner. Now remember, student, the name of his friend Sam, the psychiatrist, was actually his full name was Sam Weiner. So my friend Sam Weiner disappeared, and after some time he came to know that his friend, his psychiatrist friend Sam Weiner, was no more existing in that modern world. He had disappeared from there. So nobody knew where, and when he inquired, he did not get any information about him, because nobody knew that where that Sam Weiner had gone. But I sort of suspected, because Sam's a city boy, and I used to tell him about Galesburg. And then I sort of suspected, means he guessed that since Sam was a city boy, and he also belonged to the modern city of a modern world, and it seemed that he had also been suffering from the same stress, uh, same fear as narrator was. So uh, and I used to tell him about Galesburg, and Charlie further told that he also used to tell him about the Galesburg, about the Galesburg of 1894, that beautiful, that old beautiful time. And I went to school there, and he used to tell his friend that he used to go to school. It was very wonderful place. It was very, relaxed, very beautiful and peaceful place. Means all those things he had already told to Sam, and that's why. And he always said that he liked the sound of the place, and his friend Sam always used to tell him that he liked to spend time in such kind of peaceful place as he told about the Galesburg. And that's where he is all right in 1894, and that's why the Charlie said that he is there in Galesburg, Illinois, in 1894. Means on the basis of the narrator, on the basis of the narrative of the narrator, which narrator told him about the Galesburg, Illinois of 1894, his psychiatrist friend was very much fascinated towards the place, and he himself, there might be that he himself was suffering from the distress, from the war, from the fear. He himself might not be able to cope with the modern lifestyle, and he himself, that's why he himself wanted to spend time in such a wonderful place like Galesburg, Illinois, 1894. And that's why that before Charlie reached there, he himself had gone there. And because one night, now the further, the Charlie, the narrator, describes that because one night, fuzzing with my stamp collection, I found, well, do you know what is first day cover? What a first day cover is? Now further, the narrator describes that because one night, while he was fuzzing, he was looking with his stamp collection, while he was looking his stamp collections, then he found something. And what is that? He tells that, well, Do you know what a first day cover? Now remember students, what is a first day cover? This question has already been asked in your board examination. So remember, this is an important question, and here you can get the answer. Please underline it. See that now he is going to tell what is a first day cover. Now he tells that what a first day cover is. Do you know? Now he tells that when a new stamp is issued, now all this you have to notice, that when a new stamp is issued, stamp collectors means those who have the hobby of stamp collecting. When new stamp is issued, that stamp collectors buy some of the stamps and use them to mail envelopes to themselves on and use them to mail envelopes to themselves, means in their own address, on the very first day of the sale. Means he says that when what is the first day cover? When any stamps, any tickets issued very first day, that those who has the hobby of stamp collecting, they purchase some of the stamps, and also that they mail the envelopes to themselves, means on his own address, on the very first day of the sale of the stamps, and the postmark proves the date. In this way, that in their envelopes, that the date becomes the proof of the by the postmark, and the envelope is called a first day cover. In this way, that first day cover reached to their own address, and that is called the first day cover, and they are never opened. And those first day cover means that envelope is never opened, because you just put a blank paper in the envelope, because there is nothing written inside, there is no content, means that envelope is without content, because it was used only to have the first day cover and the stamp date, and that's why you just put a blank paper in the envelope. Only a blank paper is put inside it, that is called the first day cover. So that's why, means this is important paragraph, that what is the first day cover. That question can be asked. It is important question, just you keep in your mind. And I think the time is about to be over, that we will have to stop here for today. Now see student, that once again I tell you that on the basis of the explanation of today's paragraph, you find, means that one question about the first day cover. What is first day cover? The answer of this question that is given there, you can easily write the answer of this question. And apart from that, if there is any other question which is related to the today's paragraph, you can write the answer of those questions, and you will be able to understand the easily. Write the answer in your own words. That's all for today. Thank you and have a great day.